Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. The purpose of this video today is to do a flip through and review of this book, coloring DC Comics Wonder Woman. I just got this from Amazon not very long ago. You've probably seen this in my recent haul video, but I wanted to go ahead and do a flip through and review of this book. A lot of people really have been enjoying the DC comic coloring books, and Wonder Woman, like if you watched my haul video, you know that Wonder Woman was my idol when I was growing up. I loved Wonder Woman, still do actually, and I guess I'm a big kid at heart, but I love the TV show with Linda Carter that was on in the 70s. They had reruns of that in the 80s, and I think they even did that on the Sci-Fi Channel in the 90s for a little bit. And I have the DVDs of the Wonder Woman TV show, and I will sit and watch that from time to time. And also the Justice League cartoon, the Super Friends cartoon, had Wonder Woman featured in there. And I was a big fan of that when I was a kid. And I have some episodes of that on my iPad through Amazon Prime. So sometimes, like if I get in the mood to watch some cartoons, and if I want a superhero kick, I will watch some of those. Yeah, I know, I'm such a big kid. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this coloring book and do a flip through and review of it. Now, I will put the link to this book from Amazon in the description section of this video. So if you want to purchase this book, you can go ahead and do that through Amazon. Now, just as a small little disclosure, I do get a tiny small little kickback from Amazon if people purchase products through the links that I provide. And what I use that for is it just goes back into the channel to get new products and things to show you guys, and just to kind of keep things fresh and new and so forth. So if you want to go ahead and purchase this book or whatever, I'll again provide the link to the Amazon, the one on Amazon. All right, so let's go ahead and get cracking on this book. Now, this is a pretty standard size. Well, it's a bigger than a standard size coloring book. I think this is probably like 8.5 or 9 inches by maybe 11.5 by 12, 11.5 or 12, something like that. But it is a pretty tall coloring book, actually. And here is how thick it is. And these are going to be double-sided pages, so you do get a lot to color. Here is the back of the book, that you can see that. Okay. And I'm going to just move this camera slightly. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the flip through. Now, the spine is pretty stiff, so you're going to have to kind of play with it and to make it lie down the way you want it to lie down. So here is our title page. This is a really nice picture of Wonder Woman. Now, this one has gotten some pretty good reviews on Amazon, but I think there were a couple that kind of gave it maybe a middle-of-the-road review, because it does have some pictures of Wonder Woman and Superman in romantic scenes, and in romantic poses. I mean, there's nothing like R-rated or anything about it, but it just shows Superman and Wonder Woman sometimes in romantic poses, which a lot of people didn't like. And that never happened like in any of the cartoons or anything like that I'm aware of. So I mean, whatever. Everybody has their own imagination and interpretation, so I'm not going to knock it just because of that. All right, so as I said, these are double-sided pages, and sometimes the picture does go into the spine, so you got to kind of fiddle with it a little bit. The paper in this is pretty thick. I really like the feel of this paper. But again, just be mindful of how much water you use, like if you want to use watercolors in it, because it is double-sided, and I wouldn't want to see, well, for my books, like I don't want to ruin any of the following images, because that just drives me nuts. So that is just my take on it. But these are really nice pages, and I think your color pencils will lie down on it really nicely, or lay down on it really nicely. So just very nice pictures of Wonder Woman. Okay. I really like this book. I got this one and another DC Comics one, and I'd like to get some more of them, because I think they're really cool. They really are. They're really cool. And they're unique. I mean, the drawings in them are real. The style of it is pretty unique. Very different from a lot of the coloring books, excuse me, that I have. Got a tickle in my throat. I might have to go get a cough drop or something. Maybe some leftovers of this chest cold that I had a few weeks ago. Man, I'm so all over that, let me tell you. I hate being sick. But you're going to see a lot of black in the background here. You could even stickle her up if you want to. Stickles are kind of like all the rage now. And I just recently got a lot of stickles. They were teasing me on my Facebook group because, like, I enabled, I think Anne Hatfield to get some more stickles, and so she says, "Oh, it's all that pesky Sharon's fault." So I was laughing. I was laughing really hard at that. Because it's nice to be an enabler, because let me tell you, there's been a lot of people that have enabled me, so I'm kind of glad to be turning the tables. Let me tell you. So you get a lot of nice lettering in here too. It kind of looks a little bit like comic book covers, a little bit. So there's a lot of really cool things in here to color. You will not have a shortage of pictures to color in this. Some of them look to be a little bit more detailed than others. There's a black background right there. Neon gel pens, I think, would really pop on this. Just be careful that you don't get a real wet one, because even though this paper is pretty thick, it's still not like watercolor paper per se. And I don't know if, now there's some coloring books, especially like the real, I guess, inexpensive ones, where the ink, you know, where the line art, the ink on the line art will rub off. So I don't think this book would do that, but just really be mindful of how much water that you would put on something like this. It's not cardstock or anything, but it is pretty thick paper, so I like that. I like that about this book. Because for me, paper, the paper quality is also an important part of a good coloring book. Although I do have quite a few books where the paper is totally horrible. So again, the spine is pretty stiff, so you got to kind of play with it a little bit. Especially when you get to the end of the book, because it wants to flip closed on you. So try to get it to so you guys can see everything. But we're getting down to it. So if you're a Wonder Woman fan, I mean, you'll find a lot of things in here to color that you're going to like. And of course, if you like DC Comics, you know, this is a great one to add to your collection. Another one with a lot of black in it on the right-hand side. And we're getting down to it, guys. So this is the last image. You don't get a test page to test out your mediums or anything, but you get a little bit of info, I guess, about the different books and stuff, about the different pictures and all that. The inside cover does not have anything on there, and then here is the back of the book. So this is the Coloring DC Comics Wonder Woman adult coloring book, and I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through and review. Out of 5 stars, I would probably give this, you know what, I'd give this a whole 5, because the paper is good, the pictures are cool, I love Wonder Woman, so what the heck, you know, it gets a 5 stars, just because I like these books, and you get some really good paper. Alright, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through and review of this coloring book. The link to this book on Amazon will be in the description, as I said in the beginning of the video. You guys have a great day. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, better yet, hit that bell. Then you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Go ahead and hit that like button. And as I said, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys.